YouTube, what up? Welcome back to Big O's channel, where there's a lesson to be learned in every single video. Shout out to everybody who subscribed. Watch time I was going up. I got monetized. Appreciate the love. But like the thumbnail says, the streets is watching. What do I mean? You know, growing up in Harlem, growing up this in the hood, anybody who's from the hood or urban, whatever you want to say, we know streets is watching. Just another way of saying, be careful of how you move. Be careful how you go about things, because people watch you. That's just a short way of saying people are watching your moves. People are watching what you're doing. So you have to be real careful of how you move in this world, because the reality is friends, family, associates, your neighbors, your boss, your supervisor, people are not always happy for you. You have to be careful how you move out here. You know what I mean? Got to be careful. Got to be careful. So I'm going to share 3 quick stories about streets is watching. Story number one. So, long story short, my mother passed away, like I've said a bunch of previous videos. Found out that and I always knew we had property in South Carolina. Myself and my first cousins, we all my grandmother, so my great grandmother had property in South Carolina. My mother was paying the taxes to keep the land in the family. Now, it's 2 parts to the story. There was one land that was for the second cousins, and then my mother purposely bought the land in front so it won't be no static. So she was paying the taxes. When she passed away, clearly I started paying the taxes. I sent bank checks, whatever, just so it'd be no static, right? 3 weeks ago, or 2 weeks ago, 2 or 3 weeks ago, when I knew it was due, I called up the town in South Carolina like, yo, what's going on? I never got a bill from you guys. I want to pay the taxes. They tell me, check what I'm about to tell you, they tell me one of my cousins who knew I was paying the taxes had the bill sent to their house. Ain't that something? Didn't tell me about it, and I don't know why she did that, because that part of the land was for myself and my cousins. The other land that's behind it was for that part of the family, but the land I'm paying the taxes on was for myself and my first cousins. When the kicker, this is the real kicker. I saw her when I went down south. Didn't say nothing to me about it. So I found that real funny and interesting. To this day, I don't care if my family sees this video or not. I thought that was real interesting. I'm not gonna say what I really think, but why would you have that bill sent to your house when you know I'm paying it? Of course, it is what it is. I called them up, I paid the bill, but be careful. Gotta be careful out here. That's the first story. Story number 2, and I kind of hinted to this before in a previous video. It's okay to, it might be time to leave the party. I talked about this before. Be careful with social media. I know I've talked about posting things on social media. Of course, I'm doing YouTube, and I call myself an influencer, so to speak. So, you know, I post certain things, but I don't post everything. You gotta be careful what you post on social media. Most importantly, I highly recommend not having your co-workers as Facebook friends, Instagram friends. Some people go, oh, it's not a big deal. I personally have learned to be careful with that, of who I let be my Facebook friend, my Instagram friend, because not everybody want to see you do good. But anyway, I hinted to this in a previous video. It might be time to leave the party. How I posted I bought a multi-family house. I was doing quite well, making passive income with it, and how he went at a meeting with all the other operational managers and told everybody about it. Oh, got property. And in this meeting, it must have been like 20 people, 25 people. And at that time, this is what, however long ago, 2 or 3 years ago, I was probably one of maybe 4 people who brought property. And I know for a fact, I was the only one with a multi-family. So, yeah, I guess my boss was trying to do it in good faith to say, oh, brought a house. But I really didn't want nobody to know. And I only posted on my Facebook page for encouragement, because I know a lot of people from my neighborhood, we always taught to rent. So I didn't do that to brag, I did it as inspiration. But you gotta be careful out here. Streets is watching, y'all. Story number 3. Alright? I brought I can say I bought a Honda Pilot, a newer version of Honda Pilot, right? My old car was an old Honda Pilot. It was a 2007. I think, God bless her, Sheba. I miss you, girl. So I had to upgrade to a newer car. And of course, I live in the Bronx, New York. And not a high-end car. It's a Honda Pilot, but you can tell it's brand new, right? Not a high-end car, not a BMW, not a Mercedes, not an Audi, nothing like that. My car got broken into twice within a span of 1 week. Look at the pictures. Twice. They broke my mirrors. Stole my mirrors. And I was out of pocket $500. Streets is watching. Streets is watching. Thank God, now I'm parking in a parking lot I gotta pay money for, but people watch you, y'all. Be careful what you posted on social media. Be careful what you tell friends and family. Not everybody want to see you do good, especially if you're doing better than them, and if you're in the same economic realm, so to speak. Nah, be careful, y'all. People don't want to see you happy. That's why whenever I go out, I've never been one of a braggadocious. I have the jewelry, I have the chain. When I'm outside, I'm in Tim's. Well, my work requires me to be dressed like this, but I'm not a flashy person. Don't be out here flashy. You think your friends and family are happy for you. They're not always. Streets is watching. People know your bank account better than you might think. Some of y'all be traveling. Some of y'all be posting your jewelry, your cars, and all that stuff. Okay. Okay. Be careful with that. Be careful with that. I found that people who really got the most money, who are really doing well, you would never know by looking at them. They don't post that much. You know what I mean? So that's the purpose of this video. I had family do something sneaky behind my back. I had my boss with a big mouth, and then on top of my boss having a big mouth, somebody broke into my car. So remember, people watch you more than you think. People don't always want to see you happy, y'all. People, what's that saying? Misery loves company. Absolutely. So with that being said, peace and love to the next video. Streets is watching. Be careful out here. Don't post everything. Don't post all your possessions. Don't post all your family pictures and all that stuff. I posted? Yes, but I don't post everything because people do not always want to see you happy and doing well. That's why I love with some people who have children or they're in a significant relationship. They don't post that person. I get it. So, peace and love. Till the next video. I'm out.